not even 5 a.m. It's not even 5 a.m., dude. You are such a bully. You're such a freaking bully. You know that? You're a bully. You're a little bully. So I work in Flagstaff now, so I have to leave and go to work before it's light each morning. But I just thought I'd show you this. I have to use a flashlight, but look at the ice pattern on the car. Isn't that crazy? Look at the ice pattern on the windows. See all these crazy looking swirls? Look up here on the top of the car. Look at all these crazy swirls. Isn't that cool? Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen ice do this before. That is so cool. Look at that. It's just these crazy swirls all over everything. Look at this. Let's see if I can get it over here. Yeah, look at all these crazy swirls. That's just nuts. Didn't really do it on this side of the car, but did it up here. Look at that. Look at all those crazy swirls. Wow. Something else. Nature. It's amazing. Look at that. I wish I could show you what it actually just looks like in person. I mean, this camera's not really doing it justice. Especially up here. I mean, this looks like the most crazy, like, paisley design. I mean, this is like paisley ice. It's nuts. Alright. Getting ready to go to work. Okay. 4:30 in the afternoon. I just got off work and it was snowing like crazy. This was not on the ground about 45 minutes to an hour ago. So it's supposed to snow like this all the way to Williams and then a little bit north of Williams. So I got to drive through about 45 miles of this. So far the temperature is 33 degrees outside, so it's not too cold. It's not frozen yet. So I'm driving the car. It's front wheel drive. It's got traction control. I'm just gonna go for it. I want to go home. I thought about staying in town overnight if it hadn't kept snowing worse like it was earlier, but it looks like it snowed here earlier. It looks like I can see that the plow went by and already scraped it. So, but yeah, there was I don't know, about 45 minutes ago there was about 2 inches of snow on the ground. So I don't think I'll have any problem making it home in this car. The only problem I'll have is if somebody gets in a wreck and they close the interstate. I might be stuck on the side of the road for a while, but I'm willing to chance it to go home. So we'll see. I'll turn the camera back on if anything cool happens. Damn, I spoke too soon. Now all traffic is stopping. There's probably a wreck up here. Damn, I can already see it. Yep. Yeah, there's some kind of wreck up there. Oh man. Oh man, I don't know if I should get off the freeway or not. That's the problem with trying to drive on the interstate when there's snow. It's never a problem for me to drive on it, but there's always a freaking wreck. This sucks. I just want to go home. Well, I got a chance to get off the road right here. I can see all the lights up ahead. It looks like, I don't know. Looks like there's a wreck, but it's about 1.5 miles up there. This could be just the first of many wrecks. I still got 28 miles to go before I get to Williams and get off the interstate. Problem is the temperature's above freezing. It's really not, the conditions aren't that bad, but people just drive stupid. Oh man, I don't know what to do. Screw it, I'm getting off the interstate. Oh boy. Yeah, I see a bunch of people just sitting there. I don't see traffic moving at all. Damn! Double damn! Okay, I'm back on the interstate. I'm going 61. It was not a wreck. It was a construction zone. And I just went down to the next, I got off the road, took a side road, went down to the next exit, got back on. I skipped about 2 miles of that backup. So I'm back underway, back on the way home. Let's just hope nobody does anything stupid and nobody wrecks. We're still holding 33 degrees outside. So far it's just like wet roads. Alright, more to come. Man, it's crazy how much snow fell, how fast. All the snow came down in about an hour. Looks like it snowed about 2 or 3 inches out here. Looks like a winter wonderland. Look at all the trees. So the temperature's dropped to 31. It's still kind of just wet roads. I've ran into a little bit of ice, but not much. I think I'm just right at the borderline right now. I don't have too much farther to go. I think I'm about 8 miles from Williams. Then it's north to home. Once I get about 10 miles north of Williams, this should all disappear. We'll see. Some people are just hauling ass, it's even still. I'm going 65, that dude's probably going 70. A couple of people have passed me going like 75. That's why there's always wrecks on this road. Most people have no idea how to drive in it. Okay, this is another mold job that we did yesterday. This is in an old motel. So let me open up the containment. I'll show you what we did. So we removed all this drywall that was moldy. And then right there is new mold. So that stuff that's on the other side of the wall, that's in the other unit. We're getting started on that one. And we didn't discover that mold until we opened up the wall. But that's how it works. All right, it's a little loud in here, but let me show you what we did. So we got up another containment. And then I just got done cutting out all that drywall. I had mold on both sides. And then when we opened up the wall, there's mold down there on this side of this drywall. So I'm gonna cut right along there and take out that little piece of drywall because there's mold right down there on the back side. Pretty cool. So as you can see, this is the motel room. We're up here on the second floor out of a 4-story building here in Flagstaff. Okay, so we're here in another room. We got a containment wall set up. And we haven't done anything in this one yet. This one just caved in. This one's bad. The mold in this one is really bad. So we're going to be taking out the entire ceiling. We're going to be taking out probably this entire wall. Probably could even be all of these walls. It's kind of one of these things where we have to do what's called exploratory work. So as we take stuff out, we find out what the next thing that has to come out. And we just keep going. We got a feeling that we're going to be doing work on the unit on the other side of this wall too, on the other side. So I'll show you guys more later. Very loud in here. Okay, so this is that ceiling that you saw caved in the last shot. Now it's all removed. So we have to cut out the drywall on the other side right there. We had to cut out all this. This is all, was all affected. Look how old that plumbing is. Isn't that crazy? So all this mold on that drywall is on the other side, in a room on the other side of the building. So we're gonna go attack that from the other room. So it looks like that room's gonna be done now too. See all the mold back in there? Yep. All that's gotta be done. So this room is almost done. That's where the toilet used to go. Down here into the sink, we just cut all this out. That was all affected by mold. And I just saw that there's mold behind here. So I'm gonna have to take that off. But one of our tools just died. Battery ran out on this. We gotta clean all that debris in there. All that debris is from a repair they did a long time ago. Alright, driving home after a long day of work. It's gonna be like a 13-hour day today. But I just thought I'd show you. Look at this beautiful weather going on here to my driver's side here. Look at that rainstorm in the sunset. I'll tell you, Arizona is just so beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. Look at that. It almost looks fake. Look at the actual sunset. Crazy. Almost looks fake. Long day. Be glad to get home. Decided to stop at the store and grab a couple of treats for me and Sue. Rarely drink, but I grabbed a bottle of wine. I figured might as well bring a bottle of wine home for my sweetie. And I grabbed myself some chocolate chip cookies. Honestly, I eat really good. I make all my own food. I never eat out. Not eating out tonight either. I mean, I guess getting some cookies from the grocery store counts as eating out. Yeah, I'm trying to be healthy. Although when they open that In-N-Out in Flagstaff, I'm eating there. Probably gonna eat there a lot. Probably end up gaining 20 pounds. That's alright. But yeah, just check that out. Isn't that just ridiculous? Man, that is so beautiful. Yeah, working in Flagstaff, I have an hour and 20-minute commute each way, but you know, this commute is awesome. There's almost no stop signs, no traffic signals. Very rarely is there any traffic. I mean, this is what I get to see. This is my commute. I'll take this any day. You know, where we grew up in California, I used to commute 45 miles to go to work, and it took me 2.5 hours each way, so I'd spend 5 hours a day on the road. This is nothing. This is beautiful. So I'll show you all some more from that mold job we're doing tomorrow. The room we were working in is getting pretty involved. And once again, the room on the other side of the wall has to be done. It's funny how you open up a wall and start doing some work, and then it grows into another room and another room and another room. So yeah, I'll show you all something more tomorrow. Signing out. Okay everybody, check this out. We're here on day 3 and we've already removed all of this moldy drywall. This is the unit that was on the other side of the wall I showed you yesterday. But check this out. See how all the paper has been eaten off the drywall. See all that weird pattern? That's termites that were in there. And there's black mold. So we're removing all of it. There was actually 2 layers of drywall and a layer of paneling. But they ate most of the paneling, but I just think it's crazy they ate the paper off the back of the drywall. That's the back of a set of drywall right there. And see all those weird looking patterns? That's all the paper that got eaten away by the termites. So I just thought I'd show you real quick. All right, back to work. Okay everybody, here's something you don't see very often. A car carrier full of brand new Ferraris. Look at that, they come wrapped in plastic. Isn't that crazy? All right, leave in the comments, what do you think that trailer's worth? I'm thinking $10 million? Okay everybody, I'll show you the finished product here. This is the second unit. All of the affected drywall and termite damage is removed. Look at that, isn't that cool? Here's our negative air scrubber, working hard. This is the containment door, it's open right now. Okay, day 4. This started out as a little hole up in the ceiling that we opened up to see what was behind it. And all this was moldy, and you can see the unit on the other side is totally molded out. And we found mold behind here, so since we have to take down the mirror, the proper procedure for that is to tape it all up just in case if it shatters, nobody gets hurt. That's how you do it, people. So this all started because we saw a little bit of mold up there in the corner. So we were going to cut an inspection hole right there and just check. And then there was a little hole in here. Well, as soon as we started opening up that little hole, it just grew bigger and bigger, and eventually we had to take out the whole thing. There was mold up there along the edge behind the shower, so we had to take that out. And now we look behind here, and there's mold behind here that goes all the way down like that. So this whole wall's got to come out. And then so far it looks like just below the vanity is going to have to come out, and then we'll check and see if that has to come out too. Hopefully we don't have to take out the countertop, but if we do, we do. Back to work. Wow, it's been a long week. I'm supposed to be working part-time 3 days a week, but this week was all 5 days. I'm tired, did a lot of work. Working in an old motel, doing a bunch of mold restoration, and I forgot to record any of it today, but I have taken a bunch of pictures over the last week, so I'll include a bunch of pictures in the video, let y'all see some of the stuff that we ran into. Pretty crazy. Did a unit today where we had to take out everything, had to take out the sink and countertop, and countertop was made out of some kind of stone material, really, really heavy. But yeah, it's good to be working. It's good to be making money. It's crazy to think now that on a week like this, I make more in a week than we made all last year on YouTube. Pretty crazy. sunset with the storm. Storm again. It's crazy. Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at these storm clouds. This is straight towards my house. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's obviously farther away than where I live, but look at that. That is just some crazy looking weather. I don't even know what you call clouds like that. Look at that. That is amazing. Let me stop here for a second. Put my hand out the window so you can get a view of this without my dirty windshield. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Looks like something out of a movie. So I thought I'd pass on a little bit of information to the Nomad community that I found out recently. So now that I'm working in Flagstaff, I work, the area where my job is actually very close to the Walmart and the Cracker Barrel, where a lot of people, a lot of nomads tend to park and stay. And I've been going back and forth there now for about 3 weeks, and I have noticed there's quite a few rigs that are in there that have been there for 3 weeks. Today I saw, I'll try to get some footage of it tomorrow, saw a travel trailer, unhitched, tow vehicle gone, solar panels out on the ground. Yeah, kind of like it's an RV park, you know. But we've been doing a lot of work for some of the different businesses around there, and my boss knows a lot of the people that own businesses around there and knows a lot of people that live in Flagstaff. And I hate to say it, but there's a lot of people in Flagstaff that don't like the Nomads. And I'm speaking from the people I've talked to and what I've heard. They don't like the Nomads at all. They don't like all the people that are staying at the Cracker Barrel all the time. They're tired of the people that are staying at the Walmart. They're tired of, you know, in front of my work, we kind of are in the kind of the slightly more rundown section of town, and there's people parking on the street, living on the street there all the time, and a lot of them are Nomads. I've seen a couple of Nomads parked on the street where my work is. All I can say is, you know, I don't do that. I'm really not a nomad anymore. But for those that are doing it, y'all have tainted the public. And I don't know if I've said this before on the channel, but my brother's old roommate, she's a nurse up at the Flag Medical Center, and when we told her that we were Nomads years ago, she said, "Oh, you're those people that live in the forest for free." And me and Sue tried to explain to her, you know, what Nomads are, and she told us that there's an organized group of wealthier people in Flagstaff that are in the city government and stuff, and they're trying to get all that shut down. They're trying to get the Nomads shut down and to go away. The police know all about it. That's why a lot of the camping areas have been closed down around Flagstaff. That's that group of people doing it. That's not the Forest Service doing it. That's that group of people. I can tell you that where the Walmart and the Cracker Barrel are, that's on a street called Lucky Lane. And this last fall, they put up a whole bunch of boulders and stuff along there where people had been camping. I mean, people had been camping and staying for 6-7 months at a time right on the side of the road there at Lucky Lane. Y'all have kind of, unfortunately, seems like might have wore out your welcome. I'm just telling you from what I've heard of people that live in Flagstaff. And I keep meeting more and more people that are saying more and more things. So, you know, y'all didn't have to make it that way. You could have not done all that. I mean, I get it. People don't have money and they don't have any other choice. There's a lot of still public land that you can stay on for free all around Flagstaff. You don't have to stay in the city and do that, you know. You know, I've seen trash in the area where we're doing some jobs lately. I see trash around. I see piss bottles people have left. You know, some of the forested areas around Flagstaff, you know, I'm getting older, so sometimes on an hour-and-a-half drive into town, I have to stop and take a leak. And I've lost count of how many times I've seen human feces and toilet paper and stuff out in the forest. And I know y'all say, I've heard the excuse since I became a nomad years ago. I've heard this excuse hundreds and hundreds of times. It's the locals, it's the locals. None that I've ever met. Some of the locals I've talked to, I've mentioned that whole thing to them, and nobody's ever heard of anybody who drives 5 or 10 miles out of town to take a dump in the forest. Yeah, don't think the locals are doing that. I also don't know who's going to drive from their house 5 or 10 minutes to the Walmart and then leave a piss bottle in the parking lot or on the street near there. We've been doing a job there now for 3 weeks. I've seen the same van, the same 4 or 5 RVs, and the same travel trailer in the parking lot. We're talking for 3 weeks. You know, I don't think the Walmart or the Cracker Barrel were ever intended to be an RV park. You know, if people are going to be that blatant, you're going to ruin it for everybody else. You're going to get it shut down for good. You know, I mean, I know that a lot of people throw their duty away in their poo in the trash cans at the Walmart. You know, I shop at the Walmart on Lucky Lane, and it doesn't matter what time of day or night you go there, the trash cans are always completely stuffed full. You know, the locals aren't the ones stuffing those trash cans full. Maybe it's not such a good idea to do that. So anyway, it's just my thought. I'll let you guys know more about it. Signing off. Hey there, everybody out there in YouTube land. So I just wanted to talk real quick about something. Sometimes we do product reviews, and I know in general it seems like product reviews really turn a lot of people off. A lot of people, you know, seem to think that, you know, us and other channels are just doing it because we're greedy for money and this and that. So I would like to just talk about that real quick. First of all, I'll be totally upfront and completely transparent. We have been monetized now for 4 years. In that 4-year time, we have only made $6,500 off of YouTube total. That's for 400 and something videos, 450 plus videos, probably close to 5,000 plus hours of time making and editing the videos. We don't make really anything off of YouTube. But one thing we do get every once in a while is we get the opportunity to review different products, and the way it works is the companies will give us the product for free, and then we make a review video on it, and that's the agreement. And I'll be completely honest with you, the amount of money we've made off of reviewed products has been, you know, in the total value of the reviewed products has been roughly maybe $4,500. So almost as much money as we've made completely off of YouTube. And we've only had the opportunity to review products now for probably the last 2 years. It really does help us out. We've kept every single one of the products we've reviewed. There's a few of them that we've given away as gifts to people for, you know, holidays, birthdays, things like that. So also, we're not e-beggars. We've never asked our audience for anything. We've never asked our audience for money. One of the best things you could do is just simply watch our review videos. Give us the view. It really does help us out. It helps us out with the companies that we get the products from, and it helps us to get more products to review. It's not much to ask. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for you to do anything that takes a significant amount of time out of your day. You really don't even have to watch the video. You could just bring up YouTube on your phone, start the videos, set your phone down on the table, and go do something else. And when you come back to your phone later, it will have watched the whole video. When the video is over, the video will stop. Eventually, within 5 minutes, your phone will go dark, so it won't waste the battery. So really all I'm asking is for our loyal viewers out there, for those 1,500 people who watch our videos pretty much no matter what, but usually don't choose to watch the review videos, give them a click. Watch the review video, or just start the review video on your phone and walk away. But all I'm asking is give us the view. Like I said, we're not e-beggars. We're not asking the public on YouTube for money, but it really would help us out. And please understand the reason why we're doing the reviews. Like I said, we're not making any money off of YouTube. I mean, I'm making more money in 2 weeks on my job now than I would in 6 months of making videos on YouTube. And if you do, I would greatly appreciate the support. Anyway, that's all I really got to say, so signing off. On the way to work. All right, everybody. So I've got an unboxing here on a new product that I'm really excited about. So what I've got here is from a company called Redodo Power, and this is their 2,000 watt DC to AC power inverter. Let me go ahead and open up this box. Now, quite a few of you might have heard of Redodo Power. They have a whole line of really, really good lithium batteries. But now they've got some new products that they've come out with, and this is one of them, the 2,000 watt pure sine wave inverter. This is a 12 volt DC to 110 AC inverter. So first off, I like the box. First, it came packaged, shipped in a box, and then it protects this box, which is what the unit's actually inside of. Looks to me like it's well packaged. So you're gonna be able to get this thing arrived to you when you have it shipped with no damage. I love that. Yeah, I can already tell. Yeah, it's packaged with the high density foam. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Yep. So it comes with, I believe these are 8 gauge wires. and a set of mounting screws and the instructions. Comes in the high density foam. This is the best kind of packaging you can get. They've got it packaged up so that it stays right in the center. I'll tell you, this thing's cold. It's been outside in my shipping container and it is cold. Look at that. That is very sleek for a 2000 watt inverter. It's got lug style connections. This is where the AC/DC hooks on. Look at that, bolt on. These are the best kind of connections you can get. This way you can put on any size cables that you want. You can put on all the way up to 4/0 if you wanted to. It's got dual cooling fans, 2 outlets, an LED readout, and it mounts at the bottom of the frame so you can mount it up to a wall or onto a floor. This would be an excellent inverter for a van or a car or even a small RV. You can put this near your battery and have short connectors. Let's go ahead and see how long the battery cables are that they gave with this. Looks like they've run 4 8-gauge wires together. It says these wires here are rated for 150 amps. So it looks like you've got 2-foot wires to go from your battery to the unit. And I believe when you run 4 of these together, it's the equivalent of, I think it's like a 2-gauge. So excellent. You know, most of these inverters don't come with wires, so this comes with good solid wires for getting this hooked up. It already has the heat shrink on the ends. That's a good quality setup. Lug covers to keep your positive and negative covered up. So my first initial impressions, I really like this unit. I like the fact that the cooling fans are on one end and it's got lots of ventilation holes open on the other, so this is going to stay nice and cool. And 2 110 outlets, that's plenty enough for most vans and car setups, and like I said, even a small RV. So I have a project that I'm going to be using this on coming up. Looks like it comes with a really nice set of instructions. Look at that. Pictures. They appear to be quite detailed and easy to read. And this thing's not going to be hard to hook up. It's just an inverter. It's not an inverter charger, so all you really have to do is just get the positive and the negative hooked up to a battery and then turn the unit on. So stay tuned and see where I hook up this excellent new unit. So this is the female juniper. You can tell because right now is the time of year when it pollinates. First of all, you can tell that it at one time had a ton of the blueberries on it, but the birds have picked most of them clean. Also, the coyotes, a bunch of different animals out here actually live off of the juniper berries, especially in the wintertime. But this is a female juniper, and believe it or not, these little tiny pieces of the actual bush or tree are actually what they call the leaves. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you. This is a male juniper, and all of the male junipers out here right now are getting ready to pollinate. And see how the ends of the leaves turn brown? They actually contain pollen. And watch, if I touch the tree, see I don't know if you can see it on camera, but see that little bit of dust coming off there? That's the juniper pollen. There it is. You can see it. That's the juniper pollen. Bet you I can get some to come off of here. Yep, there it is. So yeah, my allergies lately have been terrible because these male junipers are starting to give off their pollen. See all that coming off? It's on my finger now. And the male junipers produce berries also, but just not anywhere near as many as the female. But this is what happens every year, every spring. These start turning brown, and this is the actual little pieces of the leaves turn brown, and that's they actually release the pollen. And this starts to happen at the beginning of winter. And usually by the time we get to the end of winter, they are ready to release all their pollen at the almost at the beginning of springtime. And if you look around through the field here, you see all the trees that are red. Those are the male junipers, and all the rest of them that are dark green are the females.